Now, a couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from my cousin who lives down Surrey way or Crawley or wherever it is, South London anyway. Now, I don't see her very often. I've got a cousin, I've got two cousins there, and it was very, very upsetting phone call saying that my Uncle Jim was in hospital and they didn't expect him to last very long. And then a couple of days later, I got a phone call saying he'd sadly passed away. And this has made me look at my own mortality. I'm the oldest person in my family. On my side, anyway. Mrs. PJ's got an auntie that's older than me. But it means I'm now the oldest one in our family. And it's come as a shock to realise that everybody is younger than me. Now, it's made me think about my life and how I'm living and everything else. Now, when I was younger, I was very ambitious. When I was in the army, I wanted to be the best squaddy. When I left the army and I started my own businesses, I wanted the best business. I wanted to be more successful than anybody else. I wanted to earn more money than everybody else. I wanted the acknowledgement that, yes, I'm a success and everybody knows I'm a success. And as I've got older, and especially since I've retired, I lead a lot more solitary life, and I'll tell you something, I'm quite happy at that. I found that all those things that were very important to me in the past don't mean anything anymore. And to be honest, they shouldn't have meant anything to me then. The most important thing is, or the most important things I should say, is family. My wife, my kids, my grandkids. But other than that, it's freedom. Freedom to be able to do what I want. Go to bed when I want. Get out of bed when I want. If I want to go and have a nap in an afternoon, and I do go and have a nap in an afternoon sometimes. I'll go and have a nap in the afternoon. If me and Mrs. PJ want to go and have a day somewhere, or a couple of days somewhere, we just say, have you got out on? No, come on, let's go. And that's what we do. That's why we go away. We've just been to Spain and we're off to Egypt in a bit, and we just had a week in Filey with, fortunate they're in separate caravans, with my 3 daughters and grandkids. So it's the freedom to be able to do anything I want to do that's important to me. And some of that's come about by, like I say, looking at my own mortality and thinking, I'm 70 in September. How much longer have I got? How much longer am I going to last? How much longer am I going to be fit enough and able enough, both physically and mentally, to do the things that I enjoy doing, I want to do? And, a lot of people have said to me, aren't you going back to auditing? And I don't mind going out and doing, the odd audit if there's anything close by. But the thing was, and this has been all my working life, I used to have to force myself to go to work, and as much as I had the ambition and the drive to do these things, it at times was very, very difficult, especially in the winter with the auditing. It was like, it's cold, it's windy, all right, it's not raining, but it's bloody miserable out. Do I really want to go and drive for 2 hours, spend 5 hours videoing and then drive 2 hours back? Get abuse or the possibility of being assaulted and all that. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy making videos. I enjoy the making the video, the filming part of it, and I also enjoy the editing part. So I am going to carry on making videos, but I'm going to make them at a more leisurely pace. I'm not going to be getting out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning and driving, for hours and then spending all this time videoing and everything else. I'll sit in my kitchen and I'll make a video, or like some of them I've been making lately, I'll jump in the car and trot down the road to Clumber Park and make a video in Clumber Park. I've got equipment that I want to talk about. I've got other things that I want to talk about. And I'm just enjoying vlogging. The other thing about vlogging as well is that when I'm no longer here, those videos will still be there. And it'll be something for my kids and my grandkids to look at and say, ah, that was Granddad, or that was your dad, you know, that was my dad. Or so, you know, I am leaving something behind me. And yeah, that's looking at your own mortality. The other thing as well is that when I was younger, I had what I thought was a lot of friends, a lot of people that knew me, a lot of people that I spent time with. And I don't do that now. The only people I spend time with basically is family. I've got a good friend in DJ. We don't speak every week. We might speak once a week. We might speak once a fortnight or every 3 weeks. And then I've got a friend of mine that lives in Sheffield, and I might only speak to him once every 2 or 3 months, if that. But when we're together and when we're talking, it's like we've never been apart. That's true friendship. And it's the same with DJ. You know, it's having real friends, not imitation. Friends are people that are with you because they want to be with you, not because they want something out of you. And I have had a lot of that in the past, you know, especially when I was running businesses and I was successful and things like that. I've had people that wanted to spend time with me because they thought they could get something out of me. And I don't have that anymore. I don't mix with people a lot. Does that make me a miserable old git? No, I don't think so. When I meet new people, I'm always, you know, happy to see them. I smile and I'll shake the hand if they want the hand shaking. I'll have a chat with them. And I do enjoy conversations and things with people. But it doesn't mean that I want to go to, oh, I don't go to a pub. But I don't mean I want to go to a pub with them. I don't mean I want to hang about with them. I can have a pleasant exchange with somebody I know. I bumped into a chap yesterday in Clumber Park. It was nice to have a 5-minute chat with him. I bet I'd not seen him for 20 odd years. Oh, we had a bit of a chat and a laugh and a joke. But it doesn't mean I want to be seeing him next week. You know, I could have these kind of conversations with people, enjoy them, and then, right, see you, mate, and be on my way. And I think that's the thing about getting older. You're a lot happier in your own company, or with just like me and Mrs. PJ. I love it when we just spend time together on our own. It's even nice to go out without the bloody dogs at times. Just the two of us, no dogs. We will be spending some time on our own. What date is it? Yeah, not next weekend, the weekend after, because we're going down to my uncle's funeral. Get a chance to see my cousins and her kids and her grandkids and things like that, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Families. And we're going to go and stop at the Travelodge Hotel at Gatwick Airport. Forgot where we were going then. So, you know, we'll have a nice drive down together. Obviously, we can't take the dogs because we're going to a funeral. And we're going to drive down on the Thursday. The funeral's on the Friday, and then we're going to drive back Saturday morning. So even though we're going to go down for something that's not particularly pleasant, at least I'm going to get to see some of my family that I don't see on a regular basis, and me and Mrs. PJ will be able to spend a bit of time together. So my advice to you is think about your life. You know, don't strive for these things. Look for freedom rather than recognition. Enjoy life. I'm 70, and like I say, I don't know how long I've got left, either alive or, you know, with a happy, healthful life. So, like I say, take my advice and live life to the full. Don't worry about what's happening in the future. Worry about now and enjoy life the best you can. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and guess what? I'll see you there in the next one. Bye everybody. I'll see you soon.